Okay, we're going to try Chimps mode on the very first board, Monkey Meadow. And this actually can be somewhat difficult at times. The reason is you can't put any subs down. There's no, and of course that's actually my favorite unit, the monkey sub. There's nowhere to put that down. So that's why this actually can be more challenging than later boards. So I'm going to try the 3 dart monkey strategy to begin with. That's my favorite strategy. We're just going to put these around here. Put one right here, and I'm going to mark this guy as strong so that he will target the strongest balloon. And the strategy there is we don't want our final guy here to get overloaded with green balloons. That's the danger early on, are the green and yellow balloons. Okay, so let's, I think we're going to go with the boomerang. That will be our next drop. We'll put him right here. And this is one of my favorite early units. I didn't actually used to use the boomerang that much, but lately I've really used him quite extensively. He's pretty cheap, and he does quite a significant amount of damage early on. And then we'll just go ahead and increase his range. And so far so good. Okay, now let's go ahead. And the second unit I usually like to get deployed quickly on Chimps is the Ninja. He's pretty good. And that's because you get those camo balloons early on. I think around 23 or 24. Now, if you notice on this board, the strategy that I'm taking for the better units is I like to put them right below this path right here. And the reason is, if you get the range expanded all the way out, they get to target this path, and this path. They get 3 attempts to hit the balloons, which is very beneficial, especially in Chimps mode. It's imperative that you get the proper positioning on your special units. When I say special units, I mean better than these simple dart monkeys here. And next, we'll try to get. Well, I'm not sure here. Yeah, we'll get Greenfoot deployed, and we'll put him right here. And you can see how, basically, we're getting the best of both worlds here. We're going to target, again, this path right here, and then if they make it around this far, they'll get hit here and then here. So this is really one of my favorite setups on this board. So let's go ahead and deploy Greenfoot, get him going so that he gets upgraded. And let's go ahead and get the faster boomerangs.
The ocean provides.
Depending on the board that I'm playing Chimps on, sometimes I'll actually deploy the ninja spikes. But I don't always do that. Depends on the board. And let's go ahead and get the red hot boomerangs, so that we can target those lead balloons.
Right.
And I'm going to go ahead and early on, I'm going to go ahead and deploy the spikes. I always like to get this going as early as possible. We'll get the long range and the smart spikes, and then the smart spikes allows us to get this close setting, which I really like. And we just stack them up here. And this is our last line of defense right there. And then I think this board, yep, the lead balloons come out. And we've got those handled pretty nicely. We'll get double shot.
Right. The ocean provides.
And so far, they have not even made it past our first line of defense here. So that's pretty good. And I think what we're going to get is an alchemist going. We'll put him right here. And I like to usually get Berserker Brew before level 39, before the Moab comes out. And then we can come back to him later. Now I think I'm going to go ahead and deploy the wizard. And we're going to put him right here, because he has a longer range than some of the other units. So we'll get a nice range here in a minute. And I'll try to get the Arcane Mastery, which gives him that real long range. And he attacks faster, so that's a bonus. On Chimp mode, I usually like to clump all of my best units together so that the Alchemist can reach all of them, as well as the Monkey Village. So let's go ahead and upgrade him, and look at that. And he's got a nice long range now. And let's go ahead and get the long life spikes, and we'll get the faster production here. I don't think there's any scenario where I don't use faster production. You want to chuck those spikes out as fast as possible. And we're coming up on the Moab here rather shortly. So we'll wait till he appears, and then we'll deploy the vines. And let's actually get the upgrade the boomerang again. After the Moab comes out on Chimps mode, I always put out a Monkey Village. Then you can go ahead and spend your money on a Monkey Village. Usually I want to get that radar going, because some of the camo balloons that come out later, there'll be quite a lot of them, and your ninja can't be expected to handle all of them by his lonesome. I think we'll get the jungle drums now. And then next I'm going to upgrade, I'm going to get the faster throwing on the Alchemist. And then I think we'll upgrade our ninja and get him the Bloon Jitsu. Don't you love that name, Bloon Jitsu? There we go. And now we'll go for the stronger stimulant, and then I think we're doing pretty good here, actually. Got a pretty good setup going. Let's take a look at the Monkey Village, and yes, we got everything we want right now. Some players out there will go for the money-making portion of this, that third tier, but I don't usually use that. I like to have my units upgraded combat-wise. So let's give him the stronger stimulant, and then let's go ahead and upgrade. Let's get faster production and deadly spikes. Doing really well here. I think we're actually going to upgrade the wizard here. We'll give him arcade and spike early on. Because I usually, my strategy on Chimps is I try to get as much invested into the spikes before like level 58, and then what I'll do is I'll go for the perma spikes after that, because you can't wait too long on that, because some of the units are going to start getting stronger and stronger, so you have to be able to stop them in their tracks. If they get past your line of defenses, you need to be able to stop them. You know, let's go ahead and get the Moab press. Change my mind. That's actually, I really like that, because it slows down the Moabs, and just that little bit makes a pretty big difference, I think, at least. And then what we're going to do, now I guess we'll go ahead and upgrade the wizard and give him the arcane spike. And the next significant level is 63. That one has gotten me several times on chimp mode if you're not prepared for it, because they kind of throw quite a few balloons at you. It's kind of like a bum rush. They go through real fast, and if you're not prepared for it, they can actually overwhelm your spike factory. And that's actually a perfect position here for the, I don't know, is this an octopus? And a lot of times what I'll do, especially on Chimps mode, this can actually make a huge difference, the position of this. Like if he's up here, he's probably going to get knocked out pretty quickly. But back here, you're letting your first line of defense sort of take out all the balloons before they even reach him. So this is a really good position. Sometimes I'll just keep respawning it so I can get it in the best position possible. And what I like to do, like I said, is get it as far back as possible. That way he's going to take little to no damage, and then if something gets through, you'll probably be able to handle it. Yep, here they come. Here's 63. See that push you get on 63? Sort of these speed balloons. But we're handling them pretty good, I'd say. Yeah, they're not going to even get through to our octopus here.
The ocean provides.
I'm actually debating whether to put out a mortar later on. Probably will.
They're getting bigger.
I like to put a mortar sometimes right in this vicinity, right in here. Probably put them like right in this area somewhere, so that he's in range of my monkey village. And you can see the monkey village. We might even be able to put a unit here. Probably, I'm not sure what I'm gonna put there. Probably glue gunner. I used to use the sniper a lot more, but I use the glue gunner more and more. I used to use a sniper almost every time I played Chimps, but less and less recently. It's interesting when you play a game so much. I played this one quite a bit. You have units that fall out of favor for whatever reason. Maybe you're just bored. I don't know, but I used to use this instead of the glue gunner. Now I've been using the glue gunner quite a bit. Well, so far, the strategy is working pretty good. We're just leveling these balloons. They're not even getting past our first line of defense. They will later on, of course, but right now, we're taking these guys out pretty good. And I think we're going to be able to get perma spikes before level 78, which is another round that scares me quite a bit. For some reason. And you can see how critical this position for the octopus is. It's just hasn't taken any damage, so really, that's ideal if you can get it closer to the end of the map. Okay, so I think we're almost there. And I'm actually not going to go ahead and use the super monkey, which is always risky, by the way, on some of these boards without the, well, at least I found without the subs. But I think we're doing pretty well here, so we'll skip the super monkey this board. Okay, we got the perma spikes. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and stick an alchemist on him. Give him his own alchemist. We'll get this up. so that he's just spitting out those spikes as quick as possible. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I think you know this by now. I'm a big fan of the permanent spikes. As most players are. Okay, so we've got everybody upgraded where we want them. Here's level 78, and they're getting through pretty good. Oh, they didn't reach the octopus. Let's see if they can get to the octopus. I didn't even touch them that time, which is really good on this board. Let's take a look here and see if they get through. Well, they're going to have a harder time now because I think I'm going to put down a glue gunner right there. Good. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Made a mistake. Yep. There you go. I wanted the bottom one. What a... Yeah, that happens. Oh, well. That's not my favorite upgrade, but we'll go with it. Actually, you know what? I might actually use this. Let's see this. We'll just use that one. And now I think I'm going to go for... I'm not sure. I think, you know what we're going to do? I need a second upgrade. Yeah, usually I like 2 major upgrades for at least 2 units. So in this case, we'll go for the Archmage. One of my favorite ones.
Size matters not. The ocean provides.
You know, this balloon dissolver isn't so bad. I rarely use it, like I said. I usually just go to the second level upgrade on this one and then get the Moab glue on the bottom one. That's nice. I sometimes I make those mistakes and clicking too quickly and I make the wrong upgrade, but this seems to be okay so far. I mean, they're just getting wrecked up here. Look at that, just annihilated. And then, yeah, I mean, when I get the Archmage, we'll take them out. That's the whole point of this one, right? You want to take them out. Okay, so we got some of the larger Moabs starting to come in now. 98 is the board that always scares me the most because you have all those Moabs and then you got a bunch of these guys stacked at the end. So your units really aren't targeting these guys until the very end. It can get really dicey. Well, we'll see how far these guys make it. Not sure. Actually, I am. We're cranking on them pretty good, huh? A few of them got through there and reached the octopus. Okay, let's go ahead and upgrade the wizard. Now we're really going to crank on him. Look at that guy go. Just wrecking their world. Okay, so I think next we're going to go for Monkey Intelligence. I always like to get that before like round 95, but if you can even get it before 91 or 92, that's even better. And that's for those dark Moabs, those ones that just zing right through the board. And we haven't even had to touch this octopus yet. I mean, it's... As in, I mean, this might actually last the whole game. I don't know. We'll see. Without getting destroyed. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that Monkey Intelligence in. And then I think, as I said, I'll go ahead and put down... you know what? Let's go ahead and put a monkey down. Or a super monkey. Why not? Let's just go ahead and upgrade him. Not my... I usually try not to use these guys a lot. I don't know, sometimes I'll use them. Depends if I'm in the mood. Okay.
Yes. Big Bloons, handle it.
And I think we'll go ahead and get the Plasma Blast, and then we'll probably start to deploy some Moab Assassins. In fact, I might... I don't know if I want to wait. Round 98 is coming up. I like to have those, at least 3 or 4 Moab Assassins out before 98. So, right here. There we go. And just for good measure, let's put another one out too. Look at those Dark Moabs just getting wrecked. Just taking them out. That is nice. Went ahead and got rid of the octopus. I know I shouldn't have done that, but okay.
Stronger.
And then usually I like to put... Let's go ahead and put another cannon down. I'm going to give this guy the bomb upgrades. And that way he can stun those. Some of those balloons get through on the ground. We can stun them. See, they're just getting right through some of them now, so it's good to have that stun. There we go. I think one time I forget the board I was on. One of these boards, they actually got through. It really kind of pissed me off a little bit. They actually got through. And I think it was after that I said, hey, I'm going to get more of these Moab Assassins upgrades because it really works well. That's actually my favorite late game strategy now. I use a lot of these Moab Assassins. They work really well, especially on this board. They are very useful. See, we're actually going to handle these guys. Look at that. No threat at all. That's pretty good. Okay. So, let's go ahead and put in one more Moab Assassin, just for good measure. And then we got the big Moab coming in.
This could be bad.
And we'll just throw in another cannon here, why not?
Unleash the Kraken.
He's taking some pretty significant damage here. I don't think he's going to make it. We'll see. Look at those Moab assassin just cranking on.
No equal.
Nope, didn't even reach the spikes. How about that?